Okay, so we live, man. Maybe I should record this also. I don't know. See if we can get some people in here that want to kick it a little bit, talk some TVs. I got a little bit of time before I got to go pick up my children. So let's see if we can get some engagement. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everything sounds good, Lady Hair. The audio crispy. We'll get some people in here and talk a little bit. Thigh Master, what's up, young brother? Mr. Chill, what's up, brother? Hope we good. Oh man, everything is good. We're not gonna be gaming. We just gonna converse, and I'm doing pretty good, man. I actually went to see a specialist about like some sinus and stuff like that, man. You know, I'm done taking all these over the counter medications. I went to see somebody that went to school for this stuff so I can breathe better. But other than that, I'm pretty good. I can't complain. You lost 40 pounds, man. Congratulations. That is great. I need to lose 40 pounds, but I'm doing it in my own time. But that's good. I'm happy for you. Yeah, Chill, what's going on with you? How's your day going? Hopefully it's good. And you're welcome, Thigh Master. You are very welcome. We're going to be making some gaming content for the gaming channel. So I'll have some stuff rolling for that tomorrow. I got a business rhythm for that channel so that we can be consistent there too. Yeah, but everything's good, man. I got a good like 30 minutes or so to kind of just sit back and talk a little bit before I got to go pick up the small kids from school. You got a bit of a headache? Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you don't have like some underlining high blood pressure or anything like that you don't know about. We thinking it's just a regular headache or, stress or what? Do I like Street Fighter 6 as much as Street Fighter 4? 6 is a better game in my opinion. In some ways, 4 is a better game in some ways. I like them both. Do I like it as much? I enjoy 6, I'll say that. You said stress for sure? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, when you said you will live, I mean, you will live, but you want to live happy, you know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Yeah, I like 6 a lot, man. I know a lot of people they love 4. The biggest thing with 4 is I think 4 takes people back to it takes people back to a certain time, It takes them back when they were kids. I don't even want to say it, but I'll say a lot of guys like yourself was very young when 4 came out, you know what I mean? Y'all might have been just starting to experience certain things for the first time. Me, myself, I don't want to go back to 2009, 2008. Leave that shit where it's at. Mike, what's happening? OG, how you doing, man? It's good to talk to you in the live. I appreciate your continued support, good brother. Thank you. You was 19 in 2008. Yeah, you was a baby for sure. One of my youngest sons is 19 right now. He in his first year of college. So just to give you some perspective. You said you chilling, Mike. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? I like that. Your screen name is That's My Bike Punk. I love it. And you got it look like Debo. You got Debo on the Tiny Lester on the screen on the image. That's pretty cool. I'm curious to know how you came up with that if you was bullying people growing up. Yeah, man, but crib is popping. What you mean, brother? You got about 200. Yo, man, rest in peace, man. He was a phenomenal actor, man. Honestly, I seen an interview with him, a couple of interviews, and I just respect the integrity of some of the things he said he felt he could have been doing in Hollywood, but he would not compromise himself. I respect that. I really do, man, honestly. And it's unfortunate, we only got to see him as Debo, you know what I'm saying? And obviously he was in that movie. I can't think of the name of that movie with Hulk Hogan. What's the name of that movie? I'm drawing a blank, but man, I remember seeing this interview. This brother said, he was like, man, some weird stuff in Hollywood, man. He could have had some other roles, but he wasn't trying to do none of that, different stuff. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but they wanted him to do some stuff he wasn't comfortable with doing. And I just respect it. Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. No, but what was the name of the movie though? Whatever that movie is, I got to get the name of it because I actually want to download that, add it to my Plex server. Mike, you said the crib look good. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, they wanted him. Yeah, they wanted him to do, you know what I'm saying? Some different things, And I understand, like, life, we in a different time now, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, that brother was doing his thing in the 90s and stuff, he wasn't going for that, man. He Debo. He wasn't going for that. He was not going for that. I don't feel like, you should be in a position where if, you're not comfortable with doing certain stuff, man, you got no career. You know what I mean? That sucks. That really does suck. It's unfortunate. I bet they did. Cause he came up in like the hood for real too. I know he from Cali. I can't remember what hood he come from, but he said he was, he was really out there, man. Yeah, they, sometimes they feel like they unhinged, man, but in reality, he got a full comprehension of what's going on. But yeah, he was a very, very nice guy, man. A gentleman, you know what I'm saying? I've grown to the point where I start using that term correctly. Gentleman. He was a real gentleman, you know what I mean? Yeah. Tiny. It's crazy his name's Tiny. It's like, how you gonna be big as hell, your name Tiny? But I get it. It's like saying something is bad when it's really good. Yeah, man. Yeah, but how y'all doing, man? How's life going for y'all, man? I've been trying to keep myself focused. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job. I got a TV question. TKK, are you going to get the A95M next year when it comes with the new Pentonic chip? Oh, boy, number one, has that been confirmed? Has that been confirmed? New chip? Family's good, man. I lost my father. That information is out there, and then my mom is recovering. I've been feeling like my younger kids, man, I got a son that's 8. He's my junior, and I got a daughter that's 5. And it feels like these kids have been, somehow God has put these kids in a position where they just completely block everything. Like, I don't feel nothing. You get what I'm saying? And so I am a firm believer that I probably, and I'm gonna get myself into some therapy because I feel like I got things I'm dealing with that I'm not able to really let out, if that makes sense. But shout outs to my kids, man. They do such a good job when, even when I'm not seeing them, like they on my mind, you feel me? And they've been keeping me busy. And Thigh Master, thank you for the compliment on the braids, man. November will be a year. I've been growing it again. And so we're going to let it grow for about 4 or 5 years. We're going to get the Predator braids back like we had in 2009 for sure. And the family's good, though. To answer your question, man, that's what kind of made me think about, what I was just saying. The family's good. This is my uncle calling me, actually. What's going on, Unc? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm great. I'm actually chatting live on YouTube right now. What's going on?
Good. I was wondering if you had a recommendation for like a gaming laptop.
Yeah. What kind of, you said for a gaming laptop? Like, who's it for? For you?
This would be charged.
For charting? For what reason would he not?
Okay, this would be his first one in 7 years. He gets reimbursed. He's like, I want to get something better. Like I currently have an i5 Dell,
Uh
and
huh.
he's like, I'm probably gonna have this for another 5 years.
Okay.
Want your help on it?
Yeah, I got some recommendations definitely. I mean, is it any reason why he didn't hit my phone and ask me for a recommendation or?
I didn't even think to tell him to call you, and he's looking now, and I said, wait, what am I doing? Let me call Keisha.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you some recommendations, but yeah, if you can't tell him to contact me directly, let me know. In fact, I got to buy two laptops for two of my sons, for Azariah and Isaiah. I got to buy them a laptop, but yeah, I'll let them know because that way I can
The
see.
problem is he's got to get. I think today's the last day he got to get it.
Oh, today's the last day. Do you know what the budget needs to be?
He said he can go up to 12.
Oh, 12? Yeah, I got a couple recommendations. It's a couple that's on sale for like 10.99 right now. So I'm gonna end this live in probably 20 minutes, and then I'll hit you with a couple of lists. Okay?
Okay, and I'll tell him to hold up for a minute that you're gonna get
Yeah,
back to him.
yeah. I'll hit you up in about 15, 20 minutes. I got you.
Okay,
All right.
bye bye.
Bye. Sorry about that, guys. When you like that tech person in your family, they hit you up. But my cousin, apparently he needs a recommendation on a laptop, and ironically, I got to buy one for each of my two sons that's away on college. So yeah, so let me try to catch some of these. You said you don't see any grays. You love the cornrows. You surprised you don't see any grays. Man, it's gray all in my hair, bro. I got grays all up in here. They all up in here. But I'm not the type that's finna be dyeing my hair or nothing like that, man. It's all good, definitely. And you said you believe that it was confirmed with the Pantonic 800 chip. I'm more concerned when it comes to an A95M. I'm more interested in knowing if a Generation 4 qd-oled panel will be in a larger size beyond 77 inch. Right now, I don't have any desires to buy anything, even to buy a refresh to replace what I have. So that would be more what I'm concerned about. I'm not really concerned with more than two HDMI 2.1s. In fact, if you didn't see, I just literally posted a re-review of A95L, and I talked about that. All right, Debo, I'm gonna call you Debo. You said, do you got any recommendations for a sound bar? Should I get an audio receiver? I would honestly get an audio receiver, brother. I'm gonna tell you what I always tell people. I tell people this, man. Listen, before you buy a sound bar, depending on what your money's looking like, you can always get yourself a decent receiver and a pair of bookshelf speakers, okay? Those bookshelf speakers are going to project audio and stereo, but that stereo sound is going to be so robust. There's almost no sound bar on this planet that's going to give you the same kind of quality. And then going with the receiver, you build on. After you've got the bookshelf speakers, now you buy the center. Now that center is going to give you that segregation, that separation of dialogue from the center. Well, when you're ready to buy some towers, okay, now you move them bookshelves to the rear. So you build the system. You don't have to go in getting the full 5.1 or 7.1. Start off with a decent receiver and a pair of bookshelves, and you're going to be clean. That's my recommendation, honestly. Blaze, what up, bro? Appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. Ghost of MS, have you gotten a chance to look at S95D? Would you recommend it? Yes, S95D is a great TV, man. Fantastic TV. It's hard to say if I would recommend it as a large TV because It's to me, it's a very niche like technology. I think it was very ballsy and smart that they forced the matte finish with the display. But I love that TV. It's a great TV, man. I definitely would recommend it though. Lord Drifter said it's the wisdom. You talking about the grays? Yeah, absolutely, man. I got some grays in my beard too. I'm finna grow my beard. Like I'm not cutting my beard anymore. I'm just keeping the neck clean, keeping the sides clean. You feel me? And then doing a little bit on the cheek. But other than that, man, I'm finna have a whole different look. I'm finna let it bush out a little bit. So y'all for sure gonna be seeing some grays up in there. I'm not trying to hide them at all. I've been out here plus 4 decades, man. I ain't got nothing to hide with the age. So Blaze, you said I never had an OLED before, so I wouldn't know what I'm missing. Price difference is not a factor. I get it. I'm going to be honest with you, man. If you've never had an OLED, brother, my recommendation, honestly, for people that are new into OLED is to go the Samsung route. Samsung has they got the technology and they got the price. And even if you're a type of person that's saying, hey, man, the cost don't matter, ball out, that's cool. But, you get one of them S90Cs, you get one of them qd-oleds from Samsung, it's going to change your life, I swear. You see one of them TVs, you're not going to want to see even none of the premium white OLEDs. So that would be a recommendation. And Debo, I appreciate you saying that, bro. I caught your comment, man. You said kids always gonna light up your day when you're feeling down, for sure. Yeah, man. With my grief, you know what I'm saying, from like my father, man, it be certain songs and stuff like that I hear that'll just make me think about him. But here, like in my state that I live in right now, it's like as soon as I hit the state, I think about the kids so much. It's like I don't even think about it. But let me go back to my city where I'm from, Michigan, Detroit. And it's like, shit, man, I'll be bawling crying just because, you know what I'm saying, I can smell, when you smell something, it's just the memories come back. So it's a little different. But the kids, they do a good job. And you're welcome, Debo. Be encouraged. What's up, man? Not sure if I ever read a comment from you, but you said, bro, I appreciate your authentic reviews from the heart. Love the content. Okay, bro. So would you choose better quality A95L or G3? Listen, size is king, brother. Size is king. Going from 65 to 77. I'm not as smart with the math when it comes down to doing all of that, but they got a calculation with how much of a percentage you're getting from a diagonal perspective going from 65 to 77. That is huge. I almost wouldn't choose no 65-inch over a 77 as long as it's an OLED, okay? But the G3 is a respectable TV. I would go with the size, honestly. I would go with the size, man. I'll be going 77 G3 versus a 65 A95L, just keeping it real. Blaze, you said upscaling is very important to me. Big sports streamer. Samsung upscaling is behind Sony and LG, correct? You know what? You're correct there, but it's also like what you just said. Let me look at the comment you just said to give you a little bit of context to me trying to tie in what you said. You said you never had an OLED, so you wouldn't know what you was missing. It's basically the same concept. At this point, it's going to be more psychological. Like if you buy one versus the other, it'll be more so like you looking at something thinking, damn, it could be better. But that better, man, might be so insignificant. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that big a deal. The Samsung TVs look phenomenal, bro. They look so good, man. I got no beef with Samsung. HD TV, what up, homie? Said you're still on a 14-year-old Panasonic plasma. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Do I think 8K is a scam? Absolutely not. It's just not viable right now. There's not the content, nor is there the hardware for us to push it. From a PC gaming perspective, I'll have to see what the 5090s can do. But I almost want to say we'll have to get a refresh of whatever the 5090s is, damn near to get to a 6090 for us to be able to play games, to be able to really take advantage of that. I feel like if you get a big ass 8K right now, some of the advantages that you can take advantage of, or some of the features you can take advantage of, is like having the multiple screens. It's got nothing to do with like the native resolution though. When they talk about the upscale and you watch something that's gonna look 8K, we know that's a scam. Like when people say that, when the companies say that, they don't really mean that literally. So to me, I wouldn't say it's a scam. It's just that I feel like the technology is not there. Like you buy into technology, you don't buy into resolution. You get what I'm saying? Like you buy an OLED because it has perfect blacks. You don't buy an 8K just because it's got more pixels than a 4K. Like if that makes any sense. And Blaze, yeah, exactly. Unless they side by side, you're not gonna know, man. I don't got no smoke. I don't want no smoke with no Samsung TVs. In fact, I'm gonna have to re-review some of the content I made, bro, because it's so interesting to me. As I look, I don't know what the camera can see. Let me see what this camera can see. As I look, like this 32-inch TV right here, y'all know I made the community post with that TV. Okay, that TV's from like 2008. It's a Sony TV. And I can remember, when I started making these videos on YouTube 3 years ago, everybody was kind of like, not everybody, but there was a healthy group of people that was, thinking that I might be like very LG biased because that was the content wave I was on at that time, right? And so, when Samsung came out with their thing in 2022, which was a year into me doing this thing on YouTube, right? I was very vocal with me not being as impressed as everybody was in totality with like the S95 and such. And so I wasn't saying that I had an issue with like Samsung. Again, I had, at that point just gave away a JS9500. If you know what that is, that was a $5,000 TV in 2015. I digress. The point I'm making is like, the brand, it doesn't matter. Like the big three brands, they all make some good quality stuff. AJ, what's up, man? You said never had an OLED either, trying to figure if the C4 would be enough or wait for the G4 price to drop. I mean, again, it's really one of those things where it's like you never had an OLED. First of all, when you see one, not just in a store, but when you see one in your own personal space, it's gonna be like, what the hell? Like it really is like that. It's like, what the hell? And then honestly, I would tell you that, you should be also considering some of them qd-oled options. Listen, you can look at the weakest qd-oled. You can look at an S95B right now, right? Look at that TV. And if you go 2 weeks looking at that TV and then you look at a G4, listen to what I'm saying. You can look at an S95B right now if you've never seen an OLED from 2022. Watch that TV for 2 weeks, then get a G4 setup, a 2024 TV. You're gonna look, I guarantee you're gonna look at that G4 and you're gonna be like, it's some shit missing. So what I'm saying is like, don't get stuck just on C4, G4. Like there's other options out there. And I say that as somebody that was targeted on YouTube some time ago. It's like I didn't like Samsung. You buy for you go after the technology, man. Not the brand, but the technology. Do I have a preferred monitor? I'm sorry, I'm getting a little lost on here. I tend to talk a little bit, so I'll lose the comments. Chill, you said, do you have a preferred monitor? Yes, the one I'm in front of. It's the Alienware qd-oled. It's a Gen 3 panel. That's a little bit on the pricey side. $1,200 is the retail on it. I've seen it as low as $899. But I might be not the right person to ask because a preferred for me is typically going to be something that costs more, not because it costs more, but it's just the type of customer I am. I'd rather buy into like what the better is. You said TKK, what about PS5 Pro? I mean, I always say I'm not going to get a console and then I always end up with like two of them. And then I got a baby, you know what I'm saying? My son is 8. He played on his iPad a lot, but he's not gaming on PC. So I can always justify getting a new console. So I probably will. HDTV said OLED or death for me. I'm telling you, it's like that. J2 official, what up, homie? I appreciate you, bro. I be seeing you tapping in, man. I'm grateful for you, dog. Debo, you said I'm seeing a lot of people using TVs as monitors now. Is that the? Yeah, bro. Because here's the thing, man. Listen, it was only. Listen, this is why you gotta give respect to LG. LG is the reason why TVs are perceived to be monitors now. Now we know the true definition of a monitor is essentially a TV without an antenna or a tuner, right? But it wasn't until 2019 with the C9 that changed the game. That's why that TV will forever be goated. I'm telling you. Keep it in mind. C9 comes out 2019. We don't get next gen consoles into 2020. A year and a half later, we already have a TV that can do HDMI 2.1. Let me not get on this thing because I'll come off sounding like an LG fanboy. I'm very much still in love with LG as a company. But yes, TVs now are pretty much as good as monitors. They got the input latency, they got the picture processing while retaining the latency. There are certain features I can't get with my monitor of choice that I can get with my TV. So yeah, for sure. You got that new, what's up, Brad? My homie. You said you got the S95B for 600. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yes. And you know what? It's a monitor for my security system. That's how crazy it is, bro. It's out in the garage for my server and everything. Yeah, I would definitely take an 895K over a G4, 100%. For my own personal, definitely. I'm telling you, because when you see a qd-oled and then you look at the best white OLED, it's you're gonna feel like something is missing. There's gonna be something missing. And chill, you welcome, brother. You are very welcome. Yeah, LG, it's a little tricky, man. You know, a little tricky. It's like, for me, it's I won't say it's a hate relationship. It's because we're actually gonna roll some more C4 content probably next week or the week after. But I won't say it's a love-hate situation. It's just more so like there's a bit of a disappointment. And like I get it. It's like the business side of what they're doing is they are keeping themselves competitive, but in their own space. And it's like, it's like LG's like that company I'm rooting for that I have like no stock investment in, nothing, right? Like, but it's like I want them to be. I really do want LG to be on top because they just brought me the most of what I wanted, and it's just like when I see shit that just doesn't go well or right, I'm very disappointed. So it's probably the company that I also hold the most highest standards for also, because I know it's possible. Like they got genius engineers there. Is there much difference with S90C, S90D? Now that's one thing I wouldn't be able to answer. I didn't jump down a rabbit hole this year. I bought too many Samsung products last year, and nothing against it, but yeah, I've never seen an S90D, so I really couldn't talk about what that is. But honestly, man, you could get away with a S95B still if you found one somehow brand new. Yeah. He said Samsung might have the QD panel in better color brightness, but LG has the better upscaling processing. Does brighter saturated colors trump processing? All better is a subjective term. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really say who has the better of what. There's just so many different ways that you can judge and categorize a TV, whether it's good or not, out of the box, potential settings. So where Samsung wins is in most cases, they have the most, what I call saturation potential, right? And what that means is if your TV can make the red look as red as it's going to look more than the other TV can, then you win. Because if I want it to look that extreme red, then it can. If the other one can't, then you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There's pros and cons on everything. You are absolutely right, Brad. 100. Yeah, man. But what y'all been having going on, man? What's up? What's up? Any of y'all in school getting ready to start or anything like that? We getting any degrees? We just had a kid or what? I mean, what's been going on with the community? Y'all got certain TVs y'all looking at that you finna pull the trigger on? I know my uncle just called me on behalf of my cousin asking for a laptop recommendation. So I already got a few options. I know I can send him because my son and me was just talking about this shit. And I love when I try to act like I don't like when my family asks me for help with tech, but I actually do really appreciate it. Um, yeah. It was a surprise when the guy at the shootout was saying G4 was losing color in dark scenes. Yeah, why was that a surprise to you though? Like, let's talk about that. How come that was a surprise to you? Like, who hyped it up to make you think that shouldn't have been a thing? Am I still playing Street Fighter 6? Yeah, man, I am. On that gaming channel though. And yeah, so we definitely gonna get some more content going with that. Thought it don't happen when pushing brightness. Yeah, I mean that, but again, even with that being mentioned at the shootout, that's not really a big negative to the average consumer. It's really not. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I just sent you a screenshot with two different models. I mean, those are going to come in at the maximum price point, but those are going to put him in the i7 with the type of graphics card where he'd be able to game as well as I know he's not into making content, but those are two options that I would consider looking at the highest price point.
Are you still doing your video?
Yeah, I'm live right now as I'm talking, but I wanted to make sure I like shot you something, but I will still be able to call you and talk to you in about another 15 minutes. But I just wanted to let you know I sent you something.
Okay, I'll send that over to him, and I'll let him know you'll be running by.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay,
Thanks, Kenny.
no problem. Yeah, yeah, man. Oh man, well listen, it's so good to be able to talk to you guys live. I do need to start going live more. I need to sit down and really try to make a schedule. Two-time champ in my living room, exactly. That's so wild, man. That's so crazy. So crazy. I see so many people upset about that. Oh, why they let Sony compete with the same TV? Like, I don't know, man. I just happen to be one that bought it, you know? We need a new Sony qd-oled. You got a new one. You got 895L with Gen 3 panel. It's got the same panel that the S95D has. And how are you, Nicky Jr.? Pleasure to meet you. I'm not sure if we've conversed before. No, I never got an Apple Vision Pro. I try not to buy things just for the channel. I don't try to get into that. You know, it's just not my thing. In fact, I have a few products that like a small company sent me. So, you know, I've only done to date like 2 videos that have had some type of I don't know, content where it was like stuff sent to me or whatever. But I don't really like buying stuff just to post on here, man. It's not my style. So I've never tried one of those. It's expensive as hell, which I mean, I bought things that have cost more than that. Matter of fact, how much is the Apple Vision Pro? What does that even cost? And I'm glad you're doing good, Nicky Jr. Where you from, by the way? Just curious. You got a C1? Oh, you got a C1. That's what I'm talking about. 3,200. Now, listen, I'm not even going to pretend like 3,200 is too much. You said it's a dead product now, so good thing I didn't. Yeah, you from Boston, Nicky? That's what's up, man. I'm from Detroit. It's a pleasure to talk to you, brother. Look forward to talking to you more often, man. Are you a Brady fan? Is my S95C still fixed? I don't have a PC connected to it, so it could be fixed. But from the issues that I was showing in the most recent upload, yeah, it's fixed from that perspective. It's still on. The manufacturer warranty is gone, but I still have another 4 years through Best Buy with that, so I'm secure. Like Miami Dolphins, that's what's up, man. That's what up. So 3,200 for the Apple Vision Pro. It's pretty steep, man. You know, that's a pair of Cartier Buffaloes. Have I heard or seen anything about the S90 Ace 85D? Nah. Nope. I'm assuming that's like the is that like a S89C or something? Is that like an OLED from 24 or what? Make sure y'all hit that like if you in here, please. Nah, I've never seen anything about it. Is it a white OLED or QD or what? You got an A95K2 and a C1? Oh, bro, you straight. Shit. You in there like swimwear. 3,500 for what? For the Apple or what? We talking about something else? HD. Okay, you said it's a qd-oled S85D. Why is it called an 85D? If I had to pick one C4 S90D, man, you don't sleep on qd-oled, man. It's just better. It's just better. Is there an awesome OLED for the Vuelix? Yeah, I got one that's I got content on me putting a qd-oled. I got the MSI Gen 3 in my Chulix. Just so you guys know, there's going to be an ad coming up. I've never in my life seen this. I don't know if this is new, but in like 30 seconds, try to hang around for me. Show some support. I'd appreciate it. So it's eight. It's what is it called? 85D. I have to research that. Like, what does it have? What is it missing? I have no idea. It's down model to the 90. That. You haven't heard anybody talk about it? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd be going into that territory. Thank you, Cloud and Tifa. I love your name, by the way. I didn't even catch that. Are you currently playing the latest versions of Final Fantasy? Bravia 7 85-inch versus S90C. Nah, this can't be a real question. No way it is. Tell me what you think and why. Waiting for them to get on PC? Salute. That's what I'm talking about. That is a real answer. You always go, listen. So you always buy TVs based on the technology, right? If price is a concern, I respect it. Like everybody's going to respect the price, right? If you don't have the money, you don't feel like you see the value in the money, that's cool. But I always tell people, try to wait. But there's so many affordable options now with OLED. You don't buy an LED unless you are just looking for the size or the innovation. You always buy your TV based on the technology, though, right? So it's the only reason I bought a Bravia 9. It's why I didn't buy a Bravia 7. No disrespect to a Bravia 7. I know this is kind of what sparked this conversation. But you buy the technology. You go after the best technology, man. So the top is qd-oled. After that, it's MLA, right? Under that, it's not MLA. And then under that, it's whatever the highest end LED is, right? Now, wherever that goes, you have to factor in what size you want because qd-oled only comes up to 77 now. If for the last whatever years you've been living with an 85 inch, there's no way you're going back down to a 77 inch. So it eliminates it, right? So now you look at what's the best TV that's big, 83 inch. So I mean, that's the way I would make a decision on buying a TV. That is how I would buy a TV. If I know what I know, but wasn't as experienced and didn't have the lineup that I have, that's how I'd be buying my TV. I would be buying off technology first, and an immediate second would be size. HD, I missed your question, man. You said, speaking of, how about that PS5 VR set for PC use now? But too bad they had crippled it. No tracking and no HDRs. Whoa, really? So I don't own a PS VR set, but I did see that it was compatible with PC. But right now, you telling me they basically cut some stuff off of it. That does suck. I'm still on the Oculus Quest 2. I mean, mine is modified. So, I mean, it's jailbroken. And then, I got it set where, obviously you can plug it up to the PC or do wireless. I was thinking about jumping into a Meta 3, but there's just not enough interest in my household for me to make the investment, Yeah, because I mean it's and I've never even had a PlayStation VR 2 on my head. Is it supposed to have a pretty decent good quality? Oh, I'm sorry, you said TKK, but isn't the HGIG implementation better on the C4? It's confusing on the Samsung. Yeah, but I mean, this is one. Let's say that's the truth, right? Let's say HGIG is better on C4 than it is on S90D. A C4 is still a white OLED, and an S90D is still a qd-oled. It's the better panel. It's going to look better. It has more potential, right? But that's just me. Like I can't personally see myself, unless it's based on cost, buying the inferior technology just because. It has to be technology or size. Like one of those has to come into my decision making as to why I'm buying it. I'm not going to buy a C4, even though I have a C4. I'm not going to buy a C4 over a qd-oled unless there's a specific reason why, either cost or it's a size, right? It's not going to be, yeah, well, I bought this because it looks better. I'd be lying to myself. On the logic price wise, the 77-inch S90C versus the Bravia 85. The Bravia 7. Yeah, I would definitely for sure go with, so the largest TV that I own right now is 77. So I personally wouldn't go from an S90C to a Bravia 7. Hell no. A Bravia 9? Yeah, I would make that jump. But a Bravia 7? No. No way. There's not enough innovation there for me to even act like I'm going to be enjoying that picture more. And then when people ask me about comparisons on TVs, I'm always thinking like, okay, I try to put myself in the mental of, let's say I own one and then I leave that one and go to another. Plasma TV, that's my brother. Thank you for that compliment, my friend. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished, man. Yeah, I can't wait till we talk again. We're gonna link up, make some more content. You definitely doing your thing, brother. Just keep on grinding, man. I'm constantly watching. He said, "There's only one king of TVs. That's TKK. That's a hell of a compliment, man. Listen, I love me some TVs. In fact, if y'all was seeing the phone call I was making with my uncle, he's that uncle is literally the reason that I am into technology. I mean, this guy 30 plus years ago, I mean, he had computers around his house and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that literally like baptized me in technology, man. So, that's when he called me and asked me about some stuff. I mean, that's the quadruple OG. I'm always gonna, answer the phone and try to invest myself into what he needs. How's the comparison of OLED tech with CRT? CRT is a magical technology, man. And then even with CRT, there was layers, right? And you talking to somebody that at one point in my life, man, I had about four of the Sony Trinitrons, and CRT is just like, to be fair, from a gaming perspective, without there being gaming features, the technology just organically is faster than anything, right? But you also have the limitations of resolution. That's why I say you still buy based on technology, right? It's like when you get someone that says a plasma has better motion than a model today. That's fine. But what is the customer interested in? Is the customer accustomed to seeing 4K? If they are, then a plasma is not an option, because guess what? They can't get the resolution. So it all just depends. It really does. Plasma, you said we can stream in both channels. That's what I'm talking about, brother. We're going to make it happen, man. TKK is the 895L, able to play two different HDMI sources and multi-view. Not much content. I will have to revisit that. I don't think you still can't do two HDMI sources. I do believe, because I tested the feature when it first came out. But I think that they now have like YouTube implemented, where you can do like YouTube and you can do like whatever you're gaming, which was my thought. My thought was, if I'm streaming and I'm playing in my living room, I could be playing my game, and then I can have YouTube up so I can be looking at comments. I thought that was really cool. But two HDMI sources, nah, I'm pretty sure that chip isn't able to do that, but I'll have to revisit it so I can speak more intelligently. He says, it's a shame you guys don't get Panasonic and Philips TVs anymore. We get them in Europe. Exactly, man. I totally agree. I 100% agree, man. I don't know whatever happened. I don't know if it was import issues or what, but it is a shame that we don't get those TVs. But financially, I'm also glad we don't, because I'd probably be buying into, more of those TVs too. So HG said, my PS5 collects dust because so many of their great games are on PC. And yeah, it's a really nice VR headset. That's what's up, man. I don't know if I would say it would kill the bandwidth, but maybe it would. I mean, because when you think about it, like even like with a PC, if you're running two different display ports out of a GPU to two different like screens, whatever one you hooked up first is going to be superior than the second. So unless you're doing some duplication, like it's some weird stuff that goes on with that. So I'm not sure what the limitations will be with that. Prodigy, you said, just got my S90D Alienware 4K 32-inch for gaming. Okay, you got a nice lineup, man. Congratulations. I got the Alienware 4K 32 in front of me. It is my monitor of choice. This is my pick. Although I do have three of these monitors. I have this one. I have the MSI. We got the Samsung. I really like the Samsung. The matte finish on it works well for me, in my opinion. Make sure y'all hit that like if you happen to be in here and you did not hit like. I'd appreciate it. We're going to run it for a few more. Then I'm going to go pick up my babies. It's raining here, so not a lot to get into, but it's going to be good to see them. I got more content I got to shoot tonight. Yeah, I should do more streams with them guys, man. I have a much respect for those guys and, what they bring to the table. But you know what? I really am looking forward to CES. Last time I did CES, I just did the media run, but this time I'm going to intend to actually go to the event, which means I'm going to be trying to capture content with those guys. So I'm going to be trying to get like actual interviews with them. See if I can get like 20, 30-minute interviews with those guys where I'm interviewing them. I think that'd be a pretty cool piece to bring to my channel, because interviewing is something I want to get into doing. They probably said, I love your content. Very real, to the point. That's what hey man, listen, I appreciate it, brother. There's a game coming out. It comes out next week. Kind of like a Planet of the Apes. I don't know if they're actually apes or monkeys, but that shit look raw as hell, man. What's the name of that game? What is the name of that game? I was just looking it up. What is the name of that game? Sheesh. Black Myth. Is it Black Myth? Yes, man. Listen, that game looks ridiculous, man. Lord Drifter, thank you, man. That game looked like it's gonna be crazy, man. I am so excited for that game. Listen here, I'm really excited for that game. That's definitely a game I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to. Y'all know I'm triple OG with Street Fighter and fighting games. I am looking forward to the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, even though I have Fightcade, and Fightcade is right now the definitive way to play those games. But I'm looking to see what that does for the community of that. So I'm looking forward to that release. And they accidentally released the release date and then deleted it. So I think that's coming out the 22nd of November. But that Black Myth game, listen. Oh, y'all gonna clown me. So I got God of War Ragnarok, right? Not played it because I've been waiting on it to come out on PC. It comes out in September, I believe. So I'm waiting on that. I have not played that game yet. So I'm really excited for that. Black Myth melting GPUs. Yeah, man. Say, listen, it's 5090 time. It's 5090 time. You know? God of War gets active. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I ain't played the God of War. I've not played Ragnarok. I got the game. I got a video with my old lady doing the unboxing. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even redeem the digital code. Like, it's sitting in a collector's box. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to play it on PS5. I said, I'm waiting for it to come out on PC. That's how dedicated I am. Because when I first played the first God of War, the remake, I didn't play it on PlayStation 5. I played it on PC. And once I played it on PC, then I went to play it on PS5. I'm like, nah. And I'm like, I want to play it a certain way. So I'm that type of person, man. I just rather wait it out if I have to. Experience it the way I want to. Because that's what I put the money into my PC for. That's what I put the money into my PC for, man. Nah, 5090 probably going to be around. Founders Edition might be like $16.99. You know, $16.99, which ain't too bad. Because honestly, when the 3090 came out, we was going through the GPU crisis. But when they came out with the TI, it was at retail. It was $1,500. And so I think with the 4090, they just dropped it out. I can't remember what I paid for her 4090, but I got it for retail, so it ain't gonna be that much. Blaine, what's up, Blaine? Blaine said, any issues with dropouts, 144 hertz or PC gaming on S95D? Nah. Whatever it is, they fixed that. You know what I'm saying? Like there was just some bad juju from my perspective on the S95C. I did get asked earlier if mine was working, and from the latest work that was done that I shared on the content, everything is fine, but no dropout issues on the D for sure. Yeah, the release date for Ragnarok, Cloud and Tifa is definitely September. September is stacking up to be heavy. Heavy. Rod said, what's up, Rod? He said, what's a cheap 4K graphics card for beginners? Honestly, you buy your graphics card based on the games that you plan on playing, to be honest with you. And then you have to ask yourself what settings are important, right? They've got this deep learning super sample technology. It's sensational. I mean, chef kiss. And I was not a believer of it, but I am. But if you're a native type of person like I am, it depends on the titles that you're playing, right? I still believe you can get away with a 3090. You still can find, if you can find one, you got a micro center, you know what I'm saying? They're letting them go pretty low. Yeah, my cousin just texted me. Good deal. That's a great deal. Let's see. Hold on. 1399. It's got a 14 Gen i9 with a 4060. That ain't too bad. 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte SSD, 16 gig, 16-inch display. Let me just call him real quick. You know, the family asked me for tech questions. I got to answer. Yeah, it's okay. I'm still live. It's fine. It's fine. It's good content. It's fine though. But yeah, that's a great option right there, man. I looked at the specs. That's not bad at all, man. Honestly, that's really really good. I mean, it's more than you want, but I always tell people you buy a computer for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I assume you probably know what I mean. Yep. 100%. Yep. Because and then like with a laptop, I mean, beyond storage and RAM, there's not much room for you to upgrade. You can't go to Micro Center and say, "Hey, I want a better processor, a better graphics card." Like it is what it is. So yeah, that'll be pretty sufficient, man. And then we talked about like what type of gaming you would be doing today, but that 4060 would handle anything that you're trying to do. And then even if you was gonna jump into any kind of content creating, video editing, photo editing, anything like that, like it'll be able to handle it no problem, man. So that's a good option, cuz. 100%. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That'll have pretty good resale value too, man. If you was to resell that, I mean, like that's just, I mean, and I think this way because I deal with a lot of people with this. In 2 years, you probably could market that if you had it clean for around like $900. And you know, yeah, so you know what the price is. So if you kept it clean, kept the stickers on it, you might be able to resell it for like $900 in 2-3 years. It just depends on how thirsty the customer is, but they won't be able to find anything with like that level of processing, you know what I mean, equivalent for that price range. So yeah, that's a good value, man. All right. Absolutely, man. Anytime you need anything, hit me up, okay? Max love, max love. All right. Okay, so Good was able to get him taken care of. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, but he wanted to. He looking to get the best bang for his buck on a laptop. You looking to set up a basic PC. When you say a basic PC, what kind of games are you talking about playing? And have your thoughts changed on the matte finish on S95D? Nah, I'm like the one that was saying matte finish was okay. And then ironically, that TV wins number 2 right after the King. So yeah. And then even the qd-oled monitor that they have has a matte finish. I was at CES saying I love it. There was everybody that was there was like, oh, this matte finish is matte finish. I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? Like, do y'all actually play video games? Like this is great. This is actually good. And everybody that was at CES was that was around looking at that 32-inch monitor was saying how they just didn't like it. And I'm like, the fuck are these guys talking about? But to each his own. So yeah, I like the matte finish. Yeah, man. Well, I'm having a good ass time just talking to y'all, man. Y'all so cool and chill. Y'all let me take phone calls and everything. I feel great interacting with y'all. What up, man? You looking at them air tags with my kids at the school yet? You said role playing games, some sports games. Oh, brother. Like, what's your budget on a graphics card? They there? I appreciate it. I'll wrap things up in a minute. I'll go scoop them up. Thank you much. All right. Cloud Tifa. Yeah, you're right about that. You got a thousand just for the graphics card, or 1,000 for like your system in all totality? What are we talking about? And are you building it yourself, or are you looking at pre-build, or what? Brad, I appreciate you, brother. Hit y'all with a video, then got live with it. Whole setup, 1,000 for a whole setup. Be honest with you, man, 1,000 for the whole setup, man. You know, this is where the console conversations come in to be really good. Let me just do a quick search of some different options just so I can speak intelligently, man. But a grand, and I don't say that with any malice, no disrespect, you know what I mean? But, you know, I honestly feel like if you're going after a pre-build, and when you say the whole setup, we can't be talking about a screen, right? But if you say 1,000 for the whole computer, you coming up on Black Friday, man. You live in the United States. If you do, then obviously, you know, you got Best Buy. Even if you're not in the holiday season, for a solid pre-build, you need to be coming in at about $1,500. That's where you need to be at, right? Give or take, that can change around Black Friday, pre-Black Friday sales. You know, all those sales typically come around October. But a grand, $1,000 is something that, like, you know what I'm saying? I would be setting like a young child up for like a starter, you know, type of situation. But an adult, you know, that can go out there and buy a PlayStation or an Xbox and can get, you know, right to the meat and potatoes, that would come out to be better. You know, I would personally, and not that you asking me for any life advice or nothing, I would personally take that budget of $1,000 and sit on it for like a month or two, add to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you got going on, but I'm just speaking man to man. If you're a man or whatever, man, no malice. I would take that 1,000 and I would sit on it. If you can do 1,500, man, you can get in clean with 1,500. 1,500 is, for the last 6 years, 1,500 has been that sweet spot around holiday time, which we're approaching, for you to be able to get yourself into a pretty robust gaming PC, something that has like a 70 series or better card. Let me just do a quick search real quick just to pull up what. Yeah. So, all right. So, for example, this guy right here, normally 1,700 is on sale for $14.99. Just going to use this as an example. Let me make sure that you can actually see what I got up. I'm doing the best I can to get this to focus. You see what I'm saying? Something like that. Give you a 4070. You get a Ryzen 7, 32 gigs of RAM. Going to be expandable to, you know, 64 the motherboard, I'm sure it can hold. You got a 2 terabyte solid state drive. 1,500. That's clean. That's clean. That's money well spent. Money well spent. You know what I'm saying? On a pre-built. Going under 1,500 though, you can't really get what you need to get out of it, you know. But something like that, take you right where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? It'll get you, because if you're gonna be in a 40 series, you got to be 4070 or better. 4070 or better is gonna have you probably have you around where whatever the newest upgrade of the consoles would be. If the PC that you're spending your money on is not going to have the graphical power of somewhere equivalent, somewhere around, don't got to be exactly the same, somewhere around whatever the current console is or better, then I don't feel like it's a good investment. Yep, 100%. What Donnie said. Donnie, thank you for chiming in. Not sure if we've ever spoke before, man. Good to talk to you. But 100%. And then keep in mind, a PC is going to be a work tool also. Creating content, making some photos, making some videos, you know, so better investment, you know what I mean? But 1,500 is really that sweet spot to go in. Yes, indeed. And then shoot. I don't know if you're in the US, you don't have to answer if you are or not, but like, you know, we got like the Best Buy got the good financing. They got the year zero interest, or they got like the progressive lease thing, you know what I'm saying? Where you can pay it off in the 90 days and the same as cash. Like, they got options out there, man. They got some good options out there, you know, to make it easier for people to get what they feel they need. But I'm glad you asked that, man. PC is really like that. That's really like a passion of mine. I really like talking about the subject when it comes down to affordability and all of that. You said could a 3070 do 4K 60? Nah, 3070 is basically a 2080 Ti, which again, can it do 4K 60? Yeah, it just depends on the content. You got to think about like the time when it came out. 30 series graphics cards, those hit around COVID time, man. So that's like 4 years now. 3 years, you know what I mean? Just yeah. You said Drifter says, man, I use Best Buy financing all the time. There's 0% interest. Yeah, man. You can walk out with something to have 2 years to pay it off. A year and a half, a year, 6 months. Like, shoot. It's just the smart way to go. Hey guys, but listen, I had a great time. Great time talking to y'all. I gotta go be a dad and pick up my babies. You know what I'm saying? Hug, kiss them. Probably buy them some McDonald's or something. Don't judge me, but you know, kids like a little Happy Meal. Get back to the house. I got more content I gotta shoot. Make sure y'all check out my re-review of the A95L. Even if you just go in there and hit like, I appreciate it. Y'all spending the time with me to have the conversation, and those that ask me questions, thank you. Makes me feel needed. Plasma, you have a good day too, brother. So I will catch up with you guys real soon. Talk to you later. Hope y'all have a good day, man. Max love. We out.